Yes, people, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. Well, that was eventful, wasn't it? Last game against Man City. It's one of those games that people say decides titles, but we've got to move on from that. We can't dwell on that game to define our season, if you know what I mean. And the next game is the Champions League game. I think we could at least, change up the squad. We don't have to play the same players for this game. We could even rest a few players for Saturday's game in the FA Cup semi-finals. I think we learned a lot about the Man City game as well. I think our approach to games has to change. It can't be like we just play the way we play and that is it. We have to find a way to, accommodate how Man City play. They changed their game. Why can't we change our game in regards to them? I believe in the past, the way we used to play, yes, it was more deep line defending, was better than what we showed on Sunday. And I think we was far too open. On another day, they could have scored a few more goals. I'm not discrediting Liverpool Football Club the way we played either in the second half, especially we performed much better in the first half. It's just we've got to be more tighter. We can't be that open. We can't say we are the best team in the world. We can't say like we've got the best defenders in the world if we can't do the basics in defending, which is keeping clean sheets and make sure opponents' chances are limited. Like close your legs when they're about to shoot. Don't open up. You know what I mean? Get closer to them before they shoot as well, instead of like being about 3 yards away from them. There's a lot of things we've got to work on. Our midfield was overrun, I believe. I know I already discussed it in my last review, but I think our midfield was overrun from De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva and Rodri. Obviously, Bernardo Silva dropped more deeper than usual, and he was launching the ball over the top of our high line. And I believe next Saturday we have to find a way, a second option for the high line. Because if you got a high line, what's the counter attack to that? Like, what's the counter to that? What's the next option if that's been successful for other teams? So we've got to work on that. We've got to find a way and accommodate what Man City will offer. Because a lot of people are frustrated. A lot of people have given up after that game, thinking like Man City are too good. I don't believe they are. I think we just let them play their game, and they studied us more than we studied them, because we only play one way, and we thought, okay, let's play our way, and then we'll see where we go from there. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be. We should be more professional. Not only that, people, like, this is a game. If we would have won, we would have been like top of the league, and we could have like cemented that. We could have actually extended that lead if we could have had that vital couple of points on top of what we already got, but we didn't. And it doesn't mean it's over. I mean, we're still 1 point behind Man City. We still got a chance of winning the league. The thing I hate the most is relying on other teams. I don't want to rely on other teams. Most of the teams in the Premier League don't like Liverpool anyway, so they won't give you a favour. And majority, we know, like, they just lay down and let them win. And you look at the fixtures, our fixtures are more difficult because we've got the rivals on our fixtures. They've got Man United and Everton on our fixtures, you know what I'm saying? Which they don't have on that side. But they're still, to me, like, I'm looking at Man City, the fixtures they have is more difficult for them, because these are the teams they drop points to, like the likes of Palace. Those are the kind of teams they're facing on that side. It's not Palace, obviously, but those are the kind of teams they're facing on that side. Let's move on. Let's get to tomorrow's game against Benfica at Anfield. 3-1 up Liverpool. We all know what happened in Benfica. We had a great first half, outstanding. We could have extended the lead, and then in the second half we dropped off a bit. And then they came into the game. They had a few opportunities. They scored from one of them, and it made the tie difficult. But we had to get that third goal just to extend that lead, which we did. And then it showed if we want to step it up, we can step it up. It's just like the Man City game. Like, if they score, we can score. But we should not be. I would have preferred if we didn't concede any goals, so we could at least rest a lot of players and then just concentrate on the FA Cup over the weekend. But it's a bit more difficult in this game. We could still change up, don't get me wrong. We could still change players and, bring a couple of players in just to prepare for the FA Cup game, I say. I don't think Benfica can come to Anfield and dominate us. I think we'll be more dominant in Anfield than them, especially with the crowd. They won't allow you to step below your quality as we showed in Benfica in the second half. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. 3-1 is a good first leg scoreline, but we could add on to that, get a couple of more goals, and then just take off the players, because in the Champions League you're allowed to make 5 substitutions. So in the second half, probably 60th minute, if we're like 2 goals up, just take off a few players and rest them for the FA Cup semi-final versus Manchester City. I'm confident in this game, don't get me wrong. It could take a man, get it sent off, and then the other team coming into it, and then we're in trouble. It could happen. That's part and parcel of football, you know what I mean? Damage limitation, as they say. It could happen, people. Just expect the unexpected sometimes in football. Especially, remember a couple of seasons ago at Atletico Madrid, we was, I think it was a goal up, and then they came back and just punished us after that mistake by our goalkeeper. Yeah, just expect the unexpected sometimes in football. But yeah, we just need a couple of goals lead in this game. Hopefully we can get that, and then we'll see where we can go from there. I expect a lot of changes, but not in important areas, if you know what I mean, people. Like the goalkeeping area, probably centre back. We're still gonna have one consistent guy, as always there, as we already know. Midfield, I think Fabinho needs a rest. Fabinho has been out of form for a while, people. The way Man City overrun him in midfield the other day really angered me, because if you look at the first goal De Bruyne scored, it was a deflection, don't get me wrong, but he won around Fabinho like Fabinho wasn't there. But bring him down, Fabinho, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a free kick outside the box than De Bruyne shooting and scoring, if you know what I mean. It shouldn't happen like that. You don't let players, especially with the quality of De Bruyne, get past you with ease. Everybody wonders why Fred and other players play ahead of Fabinho in the national team. That's why, people. He's too slow to react sometimes, and he needs to be on the ball. Yes, he hasn't got a lot of pace, but the brain should make up for the pace, if you know what I mean. And that's what he needs to get a grip of. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, why aren't I? If everybody said I'm the best defensive midfielder in the world, why aren't I in the national team, in the first team? That's what he needs to ask himself, and then look back at the games he plays, and then he will see the mistakes he makes, and he could correct them in the future. Yes, you haven't got a lot of pace, but make up for it in the brain sense. Like, if a player gets past you, he will slow down at some stage. Just come out of nowhere and slide tackle him and get the ball, or hold him, or do something that will limit what he's gonna do as the next option. And that's what he needs to. That's what Fabinho needs to do, in my opinion. And I wasn't impressed with him against Benfica. I wasn't impressed with him against Man City either. Henderson should be in that midfield now, in the holding midfield, because he wasn't doing anything on the right side against Man City. He was running up and down, but the thing with Henderson is he's like when he's got the ball, he panics. You're the leader. You should be the inspiration of the team. Hold on to the ball, pass it in the right times, and shoot at the right times. I remember Liverpool came down the left side. They worked the ball to him, and then he was at the edge of the box. Instead of shooting, he chipped it over the defense like someone's gonna run onto it. People don't know what you're gonna do there. Just shoot. You might take a deflection and go in like De Bruyne's goal. Just do things like that, Henderson. Stop being hesitant. You're the captain. You should be the one who's saying to everyone, "Come on, let's do this together." That's what you should be doing, instead of being timid and passing unnecessary passes, panicking in certain situations. A lot of people have a go at Henderson now, and they try to make me jump on the bandwagon. I don't jump in the bandwagon, because I know what Henderson can do. He's not the most talented footballer in the world, but he's got certain qualities that makes him a leader in this team. That's what he needs to go back to, in my opinion. Yeah, enough of that. Let me get into the starting lineup. Hopefully you agree with me. I say Alisson in goal. I say Gomez at right back. Rest Trent Alexander-Arnold. Just rest him. He needs a lot of rest. Gomez didn't do too bad against Watford. He didn't do too bad against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup either. So bring him back. Konate on the right hand side of the defense. Van Dijk, obviously the mainstay of the team, has to play. Tsimikas comes in left back to replace Robertson. Tsimikas has done nothing wrong, people, since he started playing this season. I know last season he had to get his way into the team and understand the football we play, and everybody knows what Klopp does. He makes you wait till a season until you're regularly in the team. Obviously, he's got Robertson right ahead of him, which is hard to take over. But I trust him enough to play in this game tomorrow. Henderson right in front of the defense. As we already discussed, Henderson, like he needs to like be more dominant in that midfield. I said Oxlade on the right. What people ask, why are you playing Oxlade? He hasn't played for a while. And to me, like when the players went to the African nations, remember everyone, like when Naby Keita, when Salah, when Mane went to the African nations, Oxlade came in and he done a pretty good job. He scored a couple of goals, and he deserves a starting lineup. You can't just shaft him away and saying like, oh, thank you, goodbye. Just give the guy a chance and see where we go from there, because he's got pace. Yes, he's not the Oxlade that we know from the past, but he still like can like run up and down that pitch, which we need him to do with his blistering pace. And I said Naby Keita to replace Thiago. This season, Naby Keita has done nothing wrong. He's been fit throughout. He's been like showing qualities as well. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll put Naby Keita in the midfield with Oxlade and Henderson. Them three in midfield and Diaz on the left. Everybody knows Diaz. I don't really need to say a lot about him. So everybody knows. I thought he should have started against Man City, but you know the boss thought otherwise. I thought he'd be more suited to this game, and especially when a player has got nothing to lose, he has no fear. He had no, like, if you look at Diaz, nobody knows anything about him. And he hasn't got that hesitance. Oh, it's Kyle Walker, I can't take him on. You know what I mean? He hasn't got that kind of things. And that's why I thought he should have started. But listen, Mane played in that side and scored a goal. Can't really argue with that. I thought Firmino, I'm going to play Firmino at front in this game as well. I thought he should have started against Man City. People ask why. It's because he would have dragged that defense out of their comfort zone. He would have come deep, collected the ball, and then look for those passes like Harry Kane did for Spurs when Spurs beat Man City. He could have done things like that. And with Jota is more of a goal poacher. He loses a possession a lot. With Firmino, he can score goals, but he's got more positional sense, and he could actually pass or like an eye of a needle pass. What Jota wouldn't do. You saw Jota, some of his passes, like it was just ridiculous the other day, but he scored a goal, don't get me wrong. He needs to work on that. I think that's what Jota needs to do during pre-season. Needs to learn how to pass the ball. Needs to like have a vision sense as well. This is where the coaches come in, people. I know you can't teach a guy who's already played football and he's in a certain age a lot. But passing is a simple thing to teach someone, and that's what he needs to do, in my opinion. Firmino, I think, will start this game. Hopefully he does, because he needs games, man. He needs games to get back to what he was before. I've seen him come on as a sub against Benfica and against Man City, against Watford. He's done pretty well, in my opinion. He's not like what he used to be in the past, but he's done pretty well. I'll put Mane on the right side. Mane obviously has been rested for a couple of games. He's back on form, it looks like. He hasn't played on a regular basis for a while. Remember, people, like, everybody's asking, well, what about Salah? Mane played in the right side position in his first season, people. Remember that? When he was taking on the Arsenal defence and slotted it in with his left foot? That was Mane. We wouldn't be in the Champions League spots in that season if it wasn't for Mane's blistering pace and positional sense on that side as well, and scoring a lot of goals from that side as well. So don't underestimate Mane's contribution on the right side, because he done an outstanding job when he played there in his first season. So that's my starting lineup. Alisson in goal, Gomez right back, Konate in central defense with Van Dijk, and Tsimikas left back, Henderson holding midfielder, Oxlade on the right side, Keita on the left side of midfield, and then you got Diaz on the left side, Firmino as a striker, and then you got Mane on the right side. Diaz on the left side, Firmino as a striker, Mane on the right side. That's my starting 11. If you think I'm wrong, please put it in the comments below, and please like, share and subscribe, and you know, pass on the channel to family and friends. True Liverpool fan through and through. Been to a few games this season. I'm trying to get some more tickets to go in the near future as well, and report from outside Anfield. I met Ian Rush, believe it or not, people, our hero. And may it continue, may it continue. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me back as well. Much appreciated for that. And many more to come, many more to come. I'm like on this channel, I'll try to bring as much as I can for you. With your support, I think I could do more. So please support us and see where we can go from there. Much appreciated, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.